Hello my fellow crafters and welcome back to Inspiration for Cards. My name is David and today I'm going to be making a card for you. And I'm going to be playing with Ale and Create. I think that's the way to pronounce it. It's the second project. Before I start, I want to apologize for my hands already because I've been filming a couple of videos today just to work ahead a little bit. So my hands look like a hot mess. So without any further ado, let's dive in and make a card. And switch the camera down so we can start. Look at that. It's horrible. But anyway, I thought I washed my hands, but apparently I didn't. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm still on the fence. But first, one thing that I do know that I'm going to do is I'm going to play with some ink smushing. And I'm going to do that on this card panel that I've already made. I've got my card base right here. Put that to the side so it stays nice and clean. And then I'm going to take this card panel, and what am I going to do? I think what I want is to smoosh some pumice stone on there, just to give that card a bit of dimension. So I've just smushed some pumice stone onto my Ale & Create acrylic block. Just going to spray that with some water. And then I'm going to smoosh that onto my card. Just press that down. There we go. Just gonna let that run a bit. And just normally I would let that dry, but in this case, I do need to dry it because I need to move on. So I'm going to take my heat tool and dry this. Pumice stone, beautiful color. So I'm going to smoosh that on again. And now I'm just going to spritz it a bit more lightly so I can get more concentrated droplets. And I'm just going to tap it on there. Instead of just squishing it down, I'm just going to tap it on there so I get more concentrated, darker. I like these acrylic blocks because you can sort of bend them so you can tap them where you want them. That's good. Okay. I like that dirty look. Okay. Now I'm just taking this card and bending the fibers so it gets straight again. I like this, so I'm not going to do anything more to this. Now I am... what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my stamp with the thistle. I can't say that word. I'm sorry. Thistle. Thistle. Okay. I think I got it right. Okay, peel that off. And put that on my block. Perfectly, like that. Then I'm going to take my VersaFine Black, or you can take the VersaFine Claire in Nocturne, whatever. I think it's, shoot. I'll cover that up. Just let me see if I can soften that. No. Bummer. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, yeah, I think it's nearly the same ink. VersaFine Claire and the VersaFine Black Onyx. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start and I'm going to put this quite high up on my card. Coming off the side here. Like so. Giving that some pressure. There we go. What's wrong with me today? I'm letting things drop all the time. Okay, inking that up one more time. And I'm going to come down and just put that right here. I will use that to cover up my boo-boo. There we go. There we go. I like that. It's nice and dark. It's a bit darker than that one. So this is my background. I haven't even started yet. This is pure alcohol. Don't drink it. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my pumice stone. And I'm just gonna take a water brush, wet that, I'm just gonna shade this thistle, or whatever you call it, just giving that a bit more color around it. Using that pumice stone, the same over here. Just darkening up around that thistle to make that pop a tiny bit more. Take that away. Then I'm going to come in with a Villainous Potion. Put that on my plate or on my mat. Spray that with water. Pick that color up. And I'm just going to use that to color in my thistle. Giving that a beautiful, deep, dark purple color. Go. And drying that. Just giving that a second layer, just to intensify that purple. I love this dark, moody Villainous Potion. Just love it. Next I'm coming in with a bit of forest moss. Cleaning my brush. Picking that up, just giving that a light wash of green just over the leaves and the stem. I've missed a thistle. Thistle. I don't know why I struggle with that word, because in Dutch the word is distel, so it's not that different. Thistle. There we go. Just give that a wash of color. Nothing too fancy. Picking up some of that purple again. Just giving these little ones the same color. There. This is already pretty, right? It's already very nice. But I'm going to continue. I love that softness that the oxides give. I just want some... yeah, sorry, I'm coming back in with my Villainous Potion. I'm going to spray that with some water and come in with my splatter brush, picking that up. Just splatter some on there. I really love this color and I think it can use it. Love this. Already love this. There's one other thing that I'm going to do because somehow that annoys me. So I'm coming in with my 12-inch, no, not 12-inch, my Pigma Micron in the size 12, so it's the thicker one. I'm just going to extend this down ever so slightly, just because. So now both of them are running off the card. So I need to come back in with a bit of the green. And just fill that in. And nobody will ever know. Well, you will know because you've seen me do it, but nobody else. That's good. Okay. So far, so good. What else am I going to do? Now I'm going to put this to the side, I think. And I'm going to come in with one of these beauties. Give it time to sink in. Beautiful. I have to line this up. So if my head is in the way, I'm sorry. There we go. And give that some time to sink in. Beautiful. Beautiful stems. Wow. I already know I want another one. So I'm going to do that again. In this case, I'm going to start with the wings because the wings are on my block. Maybe I just want the wings. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I just need the wings. And what I'm also going to do is stamp out my sentiment. Now, where did I leave my... I'm going to use this stamp set, and I want to use that one. Sending sunny thoughts. Now, in this case, these are attached together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on my block. I'm just going to ink up the top one. I'm not going to be too fussed about what I'm going to ink up because that is the... I'm going to cut it out anyway. That one on there already as well. There we go. Okay, that's that. Now these need to dry, so let me heat set them. Nothing came off, so that's good. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to fussy cut around this dragonfly. I'm just going to get rid of the majority of the paper first because that will help me. Now, I'm not a great fussy cutter by all means, but I do like the look it has when this is all fussy cut out. Now, just let me tell you that I'm not going to be bothered to cut out his legs. That will not go well with me. So I will just do it like that. There we have it. Look. Now I want him to be approximately here. Like that. So, where did that stamp go? I'm going to take his body again, and I'm going to put that on my acrylic block. And I'm just going to ink him up. Just like so. I'm going to position him right where I want him. Like so. And there are his legs. You see? Gives it nice dimension. So that's where the legs are going to be. Now I just need to cut out the other bits. And then we're going to continue. So I've got all my elements ready to go, but I want to do something to the wings, especially to the top ones. I've got a quickie glue pen here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color that in. Like that. Putting that to the side for a second. Now I'm going to come in and do some coloring for him. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to pick up some of this pumice stone to color in his body. And some villainous potion. I want this color scheme to be quite simple, plain. I'm just picking up some of this, starting here. Putting the most color on the inside of the wings. And then just washing that out, making it a bit lighter towards the end of the wings. Don't ask me why, I just like it like that. Now these wings are going to be covered up anyway, so I don't know why I'm doing this, but yeah, I just think it's nice. If it has some dimension, then at least underneath it has some color as well. So that's that. Now, this is going to be quite an experiment, but I've got some foil here, which is holographic, and I like that. And I want to put that on the wings. So let's see if this is going to work. I'm just going to press that on to my wings that I've just put the quickie glue on, and it's a two-way glue, so it stays sticky. So it should work that it picks up my... There we go. I love that. It's nice and crunchy, but yeah, that was my intent. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. There we go. Look at that. Pretty. Then I'm going to color in the rest with the purple, because that, how do you call it? Foil will resist the color, so I can wipe that off when I'm done. I like this grungy look. I don't mind coloring neatly. I do that, But I love this messy, sort of messy coloring as well. There we go. Look at these pretty wings. I'll show you. See that? Love that. Now what I'm going to do is I want to bring in some dots of glue on here as well to bring in that glittery shine onto my sentiment. So that's going to be drying. So next I'm coming in with my black Posca pen and I'm just gonna like this, and I'm gonna go across the border of my card panel. I want some sort of black faux layer. See what I mean? It's just giving it a very tiny bit of color on that edge, like that, like that, of that. Yay! Gonna do the same with this one because I don't like that white border there. There. Now I can already feel the glue is sticky, so I'm coming in with my foil piece, just putting that right on top of that. I'm just gonna rub that on there. Don't know if you can see it. Just bringing that in ever so slightly. Now I'm also now looking at it. I want to give it a bit of pumice stone. Couldn't find it. Just giving it a wash of color. Just so it matches up with the rest of the card. I don't want this stark white on there. So now I've got all the elements ready and it's time to assemble this card. I love how this is turning out. Yay! Right, let me get my glue. My art glitter glue. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue onto his body. I'm going to attach that right there. Just like so. I like that dimension of the wings. Next I'm going to put these wings on top of these. So I'm just going to put some glue here. And I'm going to have a look. Put them right there. Put them the other way around, David. Yes, that's better. Like so, slightly offset. And do the same on this side. Love that. Look, isn't he gorgeous? Now I just want his eyes to have a bit of foil as well. So I'm going to wait for that to dry. Now I just want this to be popped up just a tiny bit. So I'm going to take some foam tape, put that behind here. I've got a piece of cotton thread here. I'm just going to put here at the bottom. Don't make it so neat, David. Just like that. I'm going to put this glue on there as well to hold it. I'm just going to put this right on top of that. It's just peeking out on different sides. Love how this is coming together. And I don't think it needs anything more. Maybe just tiny bit of shadow right here under the wings and across the body here. Just taking a dark purple because there's purple on here, everywhere. I think this one is fine. So that's going to be quite simple, like that. Just washing that out. Don't do anything else. Don't do anything else to it, David. Now I've got my card base here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this bit away. I don't want to mess up my card base. And I'm going to glue this one on top of that. But because I did the black border, you see, it's almost like it's got a very small black edge to it. That's what I like. Just going to position this, making sure my card is opening at the right side, because that has happened before. And I'm going to put this on here, just like so. I can slide it down a bit. Oh, I love this. I love the grungy look. I love the vintagey feel of it. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this card turned out. If you like it, please give this video a thumbs up after I foiled the eyes, because I forgot that. Look at that. This will be the finishing touch, I hope. Just put that on his eyes. Rub it on. Oh yeah. There we go. See? I just think that's a fun detail. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, because that will help other people to find my video as well. And thank you for watching this one. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please consider to do so. That would make my day. And I'm really happy to see how my channel is growing. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for watching this one. And I would love to see you for the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.